I'm Noodle Yeti, and welcome to Cardinalia. Today we'll be building a small farming community. Several farms, some generic industry, and of course, the neighborhood. Why? Well, because I've been pulling my hair out trying to figure out why these issues are happening, and I would like to think about something else. I've been thinking it's probably an issue of rent scaling with land value, which then causes our Sims to lack the money to shop at commercial zones. So, I'll be ignoring these issues as we progress, and if this doesn't get patched in the future, then I'll know it's a me issue and I'll try and learn from it then. But who knows? Maybe this small farming community that lacks city services will solve our rent problems. Now, let's come up with a plan. First up, we have our fertile land on this side of the freeway. So that kind of determines where all of that can go. Secondly, our wind direction. And it looks like we're pretty lucky with this one. We can put our residential directly on the other side of the freeway with no problems of air pollution. Lastly, our interchange. And let's be honest, with how cheap and small this area is going to be, it would probably be an extremely simple one. But I'd like to have a little bit of fun with the road tools. So I'm going to try and make a single point urban interchange, I believe they're called. I just want to have a little bit of fun and see if I can do it. So that's the plan. Alright, since the last thing I mentioned in that plan was the interchange, I kind of want to build that first. But I kind of want to go over what I'd like to do. So if we look at this from a, I believe, topographical view here, we can see that this highway or freeway is on top of the hill and everything goes down from there. So it wouldn't make sense to have this single point interchange over it, like the kind of like the graphic I showed in the plan there. So I was thinking about actually going under it. And I was thinking this straight segment right around here seems to be perfectly fine, but I forgot I need to buy the tiles first, so let's get that done. I'm just going to go ahead and pretty much buy this entire area right here. Something like that looks to be about perfectly fine. We're not going to be using all of that at all. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and buy that tile right there as well. We're not going to be using all of this land, but might as well buy the tiles for it anyways. We have plenty. I think we have like 15 tiles in storage here. If I minimize that, yeah, 15 tiles, 28 development points. But anyways, let's go ahead and demolish these roads right about here. And this is where we want to grab our landscaping tools here and actually bring in a pretty substantial drop down, I'm thinking. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to pick this contour line here and just kind of swoop it across just like that. And I'm thinking maybe that's, I actually don't think that's going to be deep enough. So let's go ahead and try a little bit deeper here. I'm thinking something like that would be perfectly fine here. Looks like we got everything all done up, correct? Sure, why not? And then we'll have the bottom road coming under here, and then we'll have the highway ramps coming off of the side and then down into the bottom and then having them meet up at a single point there. I know this is going to be way overkill for what we're doing here, and we can get away with just a regular diamond, but I'd like to have fun and practice with these new tools we have available. So I think I'm actually going to time-lapse this, so I don't know why I put my camera on. I should have just said I'm going to build the interchange and time-lapse it, but oh well, too late now. I will be right back. Here we are. I've got the unnecessary single point interchange here completed, and I'm kind of liking it. You can see we got the really nice smooth flowing right turns coming in from the outsides over here. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd call them nice and smooth, but you know, at least they don't have any conflict or anything like that. So I think that's good enough, at least for me. And then we come into the center here, which is where we have the only actual interchange down underneath the highway there. And you know, I did my best here. I don't really like the way it looks, but From a distance, you can't tell because the highway is always over it or it's in the shadows, so I don't think I'll mind too much. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to do is you could see how on the lanes or off-ramps coming in, on the sides that are going to go towards the left where all of our industry is, that's the default lane. And then the added lanes that go off to the right where all of our residential is going to be is where the people have to merge out. I just want to make things a little bit easier. Well, I don't know if it would actually make anything easier, but it's only a video game. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to make things nice on the truck drivers. So that's why I did that. I did have to go around and use my like no left-hand turns and then no right-hand turns and things like that just to kind of clean things up. And it looks like I actually forgot to clean things up with the crosswalk, so I will be right back once again. Alright, so people will not be able to cross long ways on this. They'll have to cross on the same side. So they'll have to pick a different crosswalk a little bit further down to cross the main road if they need to. But, oh, jumpy game. I'm thinking this is perfectly fine. Now you probably are noticing this right here that just looks absolutely hideous. I know you don't have to tell me, but I really don't know how I want the roads laid out in here just yet. And if we look at this, it looks like the road comes right up into the fertile land. So I think I actually picked a bad place for our interchange. I think maybe I should have put the interchange maybe right over here, maybe right before the bridge. So failure of planning on my part, but you know what? I think we can go ahead and do with dividing up this fertile land here, and maybe we can create some sort of maybe like a smooth pathway down to the bottom here. And then we can have like another separate farm right over here, something like that. I don't know. Just what I'm thinking. So you know what, actually? And that's looking pretty good. At least for that road to get down into the industry area. But I think... What in the world? Why is there a U-turn lane there? Heck no. Get out of here. How do we... No left turn. There you go. Alright, well I think that's looking pretty good for now. And I think, because I don't know what I'd rather do first. I don't know if we want to put down the industry first. Actually, yeah, I think the industry will be fine. So I think if we come into here, I'm actually just going to take our dirt road tool. Sorry if that bothers you, but... We'll go ahead and take our dirt road tool here and start with a road off of here. And now here's where I think we want to turn on our info view for natural resources here. Because this is where I want to make sure that we're not going to be like messing around with putting the roads right over where all the farmland is here. And I'm thinking we could probably come out to right about there. Now, you know what? Never mind. I think we actually want to demolish this last segment here. Turn it back on our natural resources. I think we're gonna have to divide up this fertile land here, and then we could take our road and run it right through this little ridge in here, this little valley, I guess is more appropriate. And I think we can end it maybe right about, yeah, maybe something right about here is perfectly fine. We can come in with our, turn off our info view here if it'll let us, turn off our straight road, bring it maybe right across like that, and then we can put our first farm down. And I was thinking we can go with, actually, we want to look at our productions. So if we come in here, we look at our productions. Looks like we need grain and vegetable. We need a lot of vegetables. So I think vegetable should probably be the first one here. Ooh, that is not looking good. It's not aligning just right. Let's see if we can actually look at this here. Yeah, no, I'm thinking we'll redraw this road real quick. I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So it turns out that there's actually different models for this, whatever this is called, the vegetable farm here, and the second one I whipped out happened to have its driveway in a place that kind of makes sense, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. But this is where we want to come in with our fancy fandangled tool here, and I found out that you can actually click on the building here and go to area adjust, and then it'll automatically just bring out the view you need. I don't know what this is called, the fertile land view, I guess. And from here, we could just kind of swing things around here, just like this. And kind of just paint out the area. Alright, I've finished stretching this farm out all over this land. And the reason why I'm worried is because if we come over here to our... What is this thing? Our wood farm tree plantation. You can see that it's actually eaten up all of the natural resources from all these trees. And that to me is a little scary because, well, it's only one building. So it's only one building trying to pull all this wood out of there, and somehow it is just absolutely chewing through it, which really has me worried for like these farms and stuff. Like, I mean, you can see these ones are okay, and we have 3 of them here, but apparently just one tree plantation is enough to just chew through all this wood. And that's what's got me worried about maybe putting like this huge farm over here. But you know what? I think it'll be what it will be, and we'll be okay. But that is just our vegetable plantation. We do need our, what was it again? I think grain was also the other one that was kind of shy, just a little shy. So I think I'm going to put this one right over here, kind of put it like in that little pocket. And then we can go ahead and just draw out all these, draw out all the points for this one as well. And there we go. Now we have both of our farms over here, and I'm thinking that's pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. And it gives us the opportunity to extend this collector or arterial all the way down along these banks here, in case we wanted to put anything else over here. Like, we could see all these rocks. Maybe we could put down like a rock farm, another rock farm, or we could put our generic industry over here. But we do have to put down our residential on this side. So I don't know how I want to do this. I did have some ideas, and I know I said that I didn't want to think about our high rent and our not enough customer thing going on over here, but I honestly think if, I think it's the size of the buildings. So let me pull out our residential view here, or our zoning view here, and you could see that all of these buildings are very deep. None of these are very shallow, low density residential buildings. It looks like we have one like right over here that's a 3x3 or a 2x3. And then maybe this one over here that's a 2x2. And that's what I'm kind of aiming for, is like maybe we could put a bunch of smaller homes like these ones over there. Specifically, where we don't have these small homes mixed in with all these large ones or something like that. And instead we just have a whole bunch of these little small homes that maybe look out at the bay and that little island over there or something. And I think that would be kind of nice. But yet again, we're on very hilly terrain, just like we were in that rich neighborhood on the other side. So I think I'm going to have to take my time, maybe time lapse this one, and get this in place. All right, here we are. It looks like we unlocked the Pop Musician Mansion, which is the EU version of the low density home, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So if we get out of that view, sorry for the flashbang, we can come here, go to EU, and then click Pop Musician Mansion. So this one actually would be kind of interesting. Maybe we could figure out a way to work it in up here or something. Let's actually be able to see here for a second. We could, if we wanted to, maybe put it like right up here. Although I don't know if they'd really want to be next to the highway like that. But who knows, maybe they'd want the view of the bridge or something, and the view of the industry area. But now that I'm saying that out loud, it doesn't sound too likely. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we could figure out where to work this in the future. But for now, I'm thinking this is decent enough. So I put some medium density over here, as well as some high density apartment, low rent housing, whatever. And then for the rest, I just filled in with a whole bunch of low density homes, 2x3, a few 3x3, and that's pretty much that. Now I do have to say that apparently this hill was far, far more hilly than I thought it was. And I don't know if coming in through here with some like softened terrain tools is even going to do anything. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what to say or do about this. This is absolutely wild with how hilly this is, but you know what? I think I'm just going to have to live with it now that I've done it. And this is, after all, a brand new game, so I guess we could just chalk this up to me learning and making mistakes, so I think that's what I'm just going to have to do. And you know what, when we do get rid of some of these edges, it does start to look a little bit better. But some of these massive cliffs, like this one right here in the middle, is kind of funny. Like you can see it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like not even a dozen, not even 10 contour lines. And I believe a contour line is supposed to be a meter, and the darker ones I believe are 10. Oh my goodness. Power. We have an issue with power. Okay, that was unexpected here. Power station overload. So we might actually want to consider building another power station. And well, if we were coming over here to build a new area, a new little industrial area, I guess we could include a power station with that. So you know what? We're going to pause the game and we are going to press on. Now I'm going to need to stop here for a second and think about what I want to do over here. Especially if we want to put down a power station, because if we look at this, this is also a very hilly area here. And I don't know if you know or noticed with this game, but everything is absolutely massive. So even if we want to do a small coal power plant, this thing is huge, humongous. So we are definitely going to want to think about how to put that over here, and I definitely need the time to do that. So I will be right back 1 second. And if I do figure it out, I think I'll just go ahead and jump into another time lapse. I'm sorry for the time lapses. And actually, I think I forgot what I was saying in the middle of all this stuff over here. So I will be right back. All right, here we are. We have built out this industrial area here. Now, I did spend a bunch of points in here. I bought things like large roads, parking area, or wait, no, I bought that one a long time ago, and I think I bought large roads the last time. But either way, we bought large roads last time in the last time lapse. We didn't buy anything for power. I figured everything else was just too big. I loaded up a different save and started buying them, and they were all just absolutely massive, so I don't think we're going to go with any of that. But I did buy a water treatment plant, which we did get to put in here because it is small enough. I bought a crematorium, which, yet again, I haven't put this one in here. Not yet again. I haven't put this one in here yet. I also bought the recycling center, and this one is a yet again. I haven't put this one in here. And I can't remember what else I might have purchased in here. Oh, the park maintenance building, and I don't know if I actually put that one in or not. I think it is actually relatively small, so I think we can. And I also bought the post-sorting facility, which is very large, so I haven't taken care of that one yet. I think we'll do all the rest of those at a later date. And I'll kind of explain why I think they're important then. But here we are, we've got our entire little industry area over here. We've got our... I put down more vegetables this time because we're still very far behind on vegetables. I don't understand how we're so far behind. Oh, what the heck? So just in like the second it took for, I guess for this stuff to zone in, all of a sudden we went way in the positive here. And I guess I probably should have zoned in a vegetable or a grain farm in that corner there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll just go ahead and snap my fingers and take care of that. But there's actually something I think you should probably see here, is that I think since they've updated industry and traffic and whatnot, when we first zoned this whole industry area in, this is the traffic that has occurred. And I think it's all of these businesses and industry over here trying to import all their goods right away. A lot of these warehouses like this one trying to fill up on goods or something and whatnot, and so on and so forth. But you can see that this is absolutely ridiculous. It is just completely backing this whole thing up. And one thing I didn't take into account with these single point interchanges here is that Well, these default lights actually only allow like a couple cars through. You can see it only let 2 vehicles through from this particular ramp right here. So I'm thinking that even though this is technically only a temporary rush, I'm thinking we should probably go ahead and add 2 lanes here, something like that. And I actually think we shouldn't even have any crosswalks like these on here at all whatsoever, because when these pedestrians are crossing, then nobody from this freeway can get through. And that's not something I'm cool with. So I think, yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and bust out our tools here. Crosswalk, we're going to get rid of it there. I'm sorry guys, you're going to have to find a different way to get to work. I'll try and think about it later when I'm detailing. But that is just what we're going to have to do. I think maybe we can even come in over here, bump this part right here up to 3 lanes, I think. Let's see if we go like, ooh, that looked awful. 3 lanes like that. We could bump this on-ramp to 2, I think. I think I said I want it like this. That way they have to merge out in order to get to the neighborhood. Something like that. But then we're going to want to upgrade, I think, this one to 4 lanes. And then maybe a little farther back, we can upgrade it to 3. Make it a little bit easier for people to merge off of the highway. And what in the world is going on here? That is looking pretty wild, and I'm pretty sure it's not safe. And what the heck? I didn't realize you could walk on the highway. Going home, poorly educated, but you're wealthy. And you're a basic employee. Well, alright. I'm not one to question things, so I'm just gonna let them get on their way. And it looks like just that simple thing we did all of a sudden cleared up all that traffic. Or the wave is just over. But either way, we got a lot done. And I'm pretty happy about that. We fixed our power issue. We've got all of our farming stuff in. We've got all the new homes and whatnot. Now, I think it's pretty neat that none of these people are complaining about high rent and whatnot. Meanwhile, everybody over there is. So I don't know what's up with that. We might need to just give this more time because these are all brand new homes that are still level 1. And probably as they level up, it's gonna bump up the land value and then it'll bump up their rent. But it'll be okay. I think we will end up being just fine. But yeah, I'm thinking that's actually it for this city today. We've pretty much done everything we wanted, or that I wanted to at least. I just think it sucks that we can't take advantage of this area because of how steep all these hills are. It just looks crazy. Like, you look at this, like, just to get the road from up here to up here without doing anything like absolutely wild, I had to like create these like S-bends, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it is what it is. And even then still, like, you get this huge, massive cliff, this what looks to be about a 3-story cliff right next to the highway. I don't know, but I think this game went a little bit overboard with how steep everything is. I think they should have toned it down by probably about 2/3, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, I think everything's looking pretty good. I kind of like it. I don't mind it, I should say. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to finish this off with a detailing time lapse, and I just kind of wanted to apologize. Oops, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Hopefully you didn't hear that. I just kind of wanted to apologize about this camera's quality this episode. It's been giving me a lot of trouble recently, and basically I don't want to recommend you guys get this camera if you ever want to use it for webcam stuff. It's a Canon camera. I got it because I like to take videos and pictures of things. And I also found out I could double as a webcam, so I decided to do that for this. And just don't do it. Just get a different webcam. As you probably saw earlier, it was very choppy, extremely laggy for a long period of time. And then I think for like the last half of the video, it was just slightly out of sync, which the out of sync thing is something that I could fix in editing, but I'm just so done with this camera, I don't even want to deal with it. So don't buy it. Or at least not for webcam purposes. It's great for photos and video, like, oh my goodness, like amazing, incredible. But as a webcam, nah, it's too expensive and it's crap for that purpose. But yeah, I'm happy with what we've done today. We have taken care of our need for vegetables. I think in the future we're gonna have to take care of our need for grain. And we still have a ton more industry demand, as well as office and commercial. So we have a lot we have to think about what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it in the future. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the detailing time lapse, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye for now.
It's okay, baby, it's okay. I'm alright, everything's fine, everything good, everything nice. Don't pull the curtain to something uncertain, just live in your line. Taking a drive, stay in your lane. Don't veer off like go insane. Think of your brain as a shelter in place. Don't let no one in, just lock up your chains. Change to be feared if you hear what they saying. All in the news, feeding us views. Never feel good to be tame. Taking my feet, treat it as truth. Ooh, ain't it a breeze to forget how to speak and let them do the speaking for you. Ooh, don't it feel free and to get your freedom, decisions be made by the group. Mama told me safer folding, trying to carve yourself a space. Bend over backwards, let the assholes run us right down the drain.